Hello and good day to you. Today, my demonstration will be about the installation and setting up of Open Daylight. What is Open Daylight? Open Daylight is an open source software defined network controller, or Open Daylight can be used with OpenStack. It can replace some of the functionalities of the OpenStack Neutron, or it can be used with Mininet. It can be used for even a lot of other use cases. Let us visit the website of Open Daylight. This is the website of Open Daylight here. As you can see, it says it is an open source SDN platform. So we'll be talking. So if you want to learn more about the use cases, so these are like the use cases that are listed here. So one of the common use cases that will be very relevant is with OpenStack, to use it with OpenStack. I will make another video where I will demonstrate how to integrate Open Daylight with OpenStack, but I will dedicate this video to the installation and setup. So to do the installation, we go to menu here, and under menu we go to use ODL. ODL is the short the acronym for Open Daylight. So we have to download it. So click on download. So the latest version was released on May 26, 2017. So there are some previous versions, and one thing you have to notice is the name. The naming convention of Open Daylight is uh the periodic table elements. So the latest version is carbon. Before that we had boron, and before that we had beryllium. So carbon is the latest version. So to install it, you have to download one of these two. You see pre-built tar, pre-built zip. There are some other ones, but the first two ones are the ones that are relevant. So you have to download either the tarred version or the zipped version. So I will download the zip version. I will copy the link, and I will go to my machine, the virtual machine I'm using. So I will do call and put the link and download it. So the size is 415 megabytes. So wait for it to download. So to do the installation, like I have here, the requirements, I will recommend a fresh installation of Linux operating system. I am using Fedora in my case. You can use Ubuntu, you can use CentOS. Then we need Java, so we need to install the GRE. Also, the user that you're going to use in the virtual machine, make sure it has the administrative right, that is the sudo right. So we have to install Java, and also a fresh installation of Linux. And also in terms of capacity, your virtual machine, I would recommend to have at least 4 gig 4 gig of 4 gig of RAM, and hard disk space, maybe hard disk space greater than 40, sorry, yeah, for demonstration purposes, maybe greater than 20 gig hard disk. So, and also CPU, multi-core CPUs. So maybe at least 2 CPUs if you are using virtual machines. So these are the basic requirements. So the download is completed. So we do an ls. So I want to copy this. So I will use my sudo privilege. I copy this to the opt directory. It is not necessary, but I just want to do it in the opt directory. Or so do an ls, and I have to do an unzip. I have to unzip this. So I unzipped, the download. So next, now we have to install Java. So let me become root actually. Then I have to search for. Let me search for JDK. Basically, we need the Java runtime environment, but I'm just going to search for JDK. So the I think the version we need is OpenJDK 1.8. So this is it. OpenJDK runtime environment. So I double click on that, and I'll do the installation. Oops, sorry about that. DNF install. This is what we need to install: Java-1.8.0 OpenJDK. So it's going to install Java. So the next thing we actually need to do is to start, the Open Daylight. So the Open Daylight uses it's a container technology called Karaf. So I think it's an Apache project. So if you want to get familiar with that, it's Apache Karaf. So Apache Karaf is it's a it's a container where you run your application inside. So if you want to get familiar with that, so that is what Open Daylight uses to run. So I will get out as root. So this is the unzipped version. I'm going to actually copy this into. I want to reduce I have to be root. So basically, I'm just renaming this name to ODL. This name is too long, so I'm just renaming. That's what I'm doing. So this is the directory ODL. So if I do an ls on ODL, so you see these are what I have. So inside that directory, let me go inside ODL and do an ls again. There's a particular directory called bin. So inside the bin, there's the option to run Karaf. So Karaf is what we have to run right now. So, and all we have to do is basically just run bin Karaf. Oh, okay. Yeah, I have to since I have to be root. So, and also before I start the Karaf, I think one other thing that we should do is set the Java home. Although it is not absolutely necessary, but it is a good practice. So let's get the Java installation. So if I do an ls-l on user bin Java, and ls-l on etc alternatives Java. So this long name is my Java path. So I can put it in my etc environment. Oh, Vim is not found. vi, that's fine. So I have to set Java underscore home equals to. So this is the path to just GRE. So up to this point. So this is where my Java GRE is. So Java home. So that's it. Oh, sorry about that. I have to be rude to edit that file. Let's do it again. That's one downside to. So okay. So I hope you were able to follow. So what I just did was, set my Java home to the appropriate path. So that's it. All right, and great. So now to run the carve, so all I have to do, I have to put sudo now, sudo bin carve. So you see, it says Apache carve starting up. So right now I am in the shell of Open Daylight. So you see Open Daylight user at root. So I am in the shell of Open Daylight. So this is like, how to basically start Open Daylight, at the minimum, you know. But you don't get a lot of use from from this. You have to do some additional installation, or well, let me not say installation, but maybe a little bit of setting up. So what we have to do right now, Open Daylight comes with what is called feature. So we can run this command called feature list. So feature list lists all the features that are available with Open Daylight. Open Daylight is modular, so you only install the feature that you need. So there are a lot of features. You just have to determine which one you have to know which one you need. But there are some that are essential. For example, the ones that relate to Deluxe. So Deluxe is the module that gives us the ability to have a web interface. So it is an essential one. So we can do feature list and grep for Deluxe. So you see everything related to Deluxe here. So you see Deluxe apps application. So you have to install basically the in my opinion, just install all the ones that comes up with Deluxe. I hope you are able to see a little bit better here. So I have open ODL Deluxe app, ODLs UNI manager. So you have to get information about all these modules and determine which one you need. But at the minimum, I think we need this. So it says Open Daylight Deluxe app all applications. So we need this. So we can install it by to install we do feature colon install, and we install this ODS Deluxe apps application. So the installation is going on actually. So there's a lot of other features that you can enable or install, and the name of the features differ a little bit from version to version. So like the names that I have here were the names that were available in previous version of Open Daylight. So that is why the names is a little bit different, from what we have right here. So having install or this Deluxe, so now we'll have the ability to visit the web interface. So the web interface will be available on port 8181 on the host that you are running this machine on. let me open another terminal actually to and log into this machine with another terminal. So search into dash. So I'm logging into the same virtual machine from another terminal basically. So what I wanted to do was basically look at the ports that are open. So among the ports that are open is 8181 here. So 8181 is the port that will help us visit the GUI. So let us go to the web browser and we do http colon 3 colon 8181 / index.html. So as you can see, this is the web GUI for the web interface for Open Daylight. So the username and password for this, I think it's admin. So let me put that in my notes. Username is admin, then the password is also admin. So we have successfully set up the Open Daylight and enabled the the web interface. So we can install some other features actually. So some of the other features that we can install. So for example, let's go back to the terminal here. There's a feature for Yang GUI. So let's see what the effect will be on the GUI. Okay, I think that will be already be installed. Let's look at deluxe core. Okay, all those are already installed. So if you are doing something related to OpenStack, so let's say we're doing something related to OpenStack, we can look for features that relate to OpenStack by doing feature lists and grep for OpenStack. So these are like the features related to OpenStack, and so let us install them, because what I'll be doing in the future is integrate this Open Daylight to OpenStack. So I'm going to install I think I made a mistake there. Okay. So you can actually install multiple modules on the same line. So like I did here. Let me make this a little bit big. Okay. So basically you can install multiple of the packages or modules on the same line. So, but basically as you install more packages, the web interface is going to change, to reflect the things you install. Maybe if those things have their own web interface component. So yeah, so for example, okay, I think this, so look at how I change the view. So clicking here, I'm able to change the view. So you have the view on nodes. So right now we don't have any nodes. We have for topology or Yang UI, Yang visualizer. So we don't have any nodes right now. Or later, if when we integrate Open Daylight with OpenStack or Mininet, we'll be able to have nodes, and we'll be able to view things like the open flow rules, that actually make the decision, regarding how traffic will be directed. So some other in a some other things that may be of interest is neutron. Anything related to neutron, let's check again on the modules. Okay, this is still installing actually. So this is a lot of modules here, so it is still installing. So basically this is the way you start the Open Daylight, and you install some of the modules that you need. You have to familiarize yourself with the modules that you need and install it. You don't want to install all the modules. You just want to install the ones that you need for your specific use case. So the other documentations actually. So let's come to the Open Daylight website again. So we can look at here in the documentation section. You see there's a document on installation guide. Let me open that. There's another documentation on using Open Daylight with OpenStack. So this is a common use case, integrating Open Daylight to OpenStack. So there's actually a document on that. So this is basically the installation document. As you can see, bin caraf, that is how to start the Open Daylight. Just run the bin caraf, is going to start everything, and you can install the feature. So as you can see, to install a feature, this is it. You can install multiple features on the same line. So it also gives information about some of the Open Daylight features that are available. So you may want to familiarize yourself with some of these features here. So some of the features are experimental, and some of them are already available. So there's ODL, OVSDB, OpenStack. So so OVSDB is one of the southbound protocols that are used to control the SDN switches. So if you are familiar with software defined networking, or you are just getting into the world of software defined networking, you'll be hearing terms like southbound, northbound protocol, southbound protocol. So OVSDB is one of the southbound protocol. OpenFlow is another very common one. So we can look at, so let's use the feature list again and look at OVSDB and grep for OVSDB. So these are the things that the ones that relate to OVSDB. Let's check for flow. Let's see. Okay, let's check for, sorry about that. Let's check for OpenFlow. OpenFlow is another very important protocol in the SDN world. So you can do something like let's install something related to OpenFlow. So ODL OpenFlow Java Hall. So OpenFlow Java Hall. So that means everything that relates to OpenFlow. So with Java, I guess. So want to install it. So let's install this. Paste this here. Oh, sorry about that. My bad. OpenFlow. I copied the wrong name. So So okay, I think that's already installed. So as you can see, it came back very quickly. So maybe it's installed. Let's check uh the dashboard. So this is our dashboard. Let us basically reload. Maybe there's any change here. So there's no change. So I think the basic things have been installed. uh Maybe the last thing, let's check things related to Neutron. So if you one open daylight is going to replace some of the functionalities of Neutron, so you have to keep that in mind. So when we do the integration with open daylight, so you see it, so we need some Neutron things. So the ODL VTN manager Neutron, and ODL Neutron service, ODL Neutron northbound API. So these are a couple of features, that are necessary, for integrating and working with, open stack. So yeah, so these are basically some of the things you can do. So this is the main point that I want to demonstrate in this video. So that's the installation of packages or modules or features, and ability to visit this website, I mean the web page. So the other common port is 8181, another one is 8185, another one is 8080. So let's check out if there's anything in 8080. 8080. Oh, okay. It's trying to connect, but I think I might know what that is. So maybe I have to open my firewall. So I'm actually working. So the instance I'm using, to create this open daylight is actually an OpenStack instance. So, and the security group, I don't think it is allowing 8080 right now. So let me open the port 8080 for the security group. So I hope this video makes sense to you. Let me know what your thoughts are. So let me allow 8080 port 8080. Yeah, 8080. So let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know if this video. So you see, so I think the 8080 actually leads to the same thing as the 8181. So that may be worth keeping in mind. So let me know what you think, if this video makes sense, and look forward to the other video about integrating with OpenStack, and I think I will also do with Mininet. So thank you for watching. See you in some other videos. Bye.